You see ideas in art.
It's when the sun sets or the sun rises. It's things that tie us back to who we are.
It is very often a visceral reaction that you get to it. It speaks to you on so many levels, on an emotional level, on an intellectual level.
It creates beauty, it creates a way for an imagination to take its place and to be able to spark into maybe different ways of thinking.
It's the essence of creativity, that there's something in front of you and it could be more, and you see that.
It's deeper than just words. They can feel it and see it if they allow themselves to look into a piece of art and allow those emotions to come out.
There is a code, so to speak, if you wanted to look at it that way.
Because immediately you look at something and process something based on your set of knowledge.
As far back as we can go, there has been a clearly demonstrable social need to make ideas, whatever those ideas may be, visual and concrete.
Anything that someone creates can be defined as art.
I mean, art can take you into a totally different world.
You could play with all of these different kinds of levels of language in terms of symbolism, or just kind of what viscerally people felt or thought of when they looked at something.
Sometimes you see and feel things before they're intellectually known.
The most important part of expression is what are you trying to say? And can you get that message across?
And our job as artists is to try to communicate to other people.
And there's a light bulb goes off. Oh, that's what it's about. Oh, how amazing. Now I get it. Now I understand it. And I love that moment. And then all of a sudden you have dialogue between the two people. And that's sort of this magic that occurs because then the opportunity for exchange comes along.
You can get this idea. I know this exists here, but how do I facilitate people getting to this place?
It's like if you think about science, it's like they're saying, okay, I see this happening and I need to explore that and try to understand it, put it into words and create a theory or create some way of understanding why that's important or what that affects. And that's exactly what an artist is doing.
My art's a continuous study of why. I find that so fascinating because the more questions you ask, the more it branches off and the more you learn about the world around you.
The human condition is such that we want to understand our world and ourselves.
We're all looking at perception, we're looking at exploring the world, trying to understand it, and then trying to communicate that world to someone else.
There are those artists who become rather attracted to these new ideas of science and technology. Ideas of the fourth dimension and X-rays, people like Duchamp could cut, making these extraordinarily lucid relationships between mathematics, pi, and proportion, ratios, and the golden section.
I think it all comes from light, it comes from the sky, it comes from the science of seeing.
we value differently the notion of creativity, as we do science as well. There is a citation from Einstein about the fact that a scientist can only go so far, and at some point all great breakthroughs have required a leap of faith, a leap of the imagination. And we want to find meaning and beauty in it, and it's there.